Strike.
You know what? Let's play one game. Let's play one game.
Oh, you want to play, Red? Ah, I knew I'd make a strike player out of you yet. How about this time I tell you how to use a board's terrain to your advantage? This one's got all the different terrains you can encounter in a game of Strike. Knowing when and how to use them can mean the difference between victory and defeat. Terrain mainly affects your machine's combat power. As you know, when fighting an opponent's machine, you compare its combat power to yours. The higher your machine's combat power, the more damage you can do. So finding the right terrain is an essential strategy for overpowering your opponent. Here, I'll show you. Grab that piece to your left and move to attack my machine. Now let's take a look at your machine's combat power. Combat power is the sum of a machine's attack power and the value of the terrain it's standing on. Since your machine is attacking, it's using its 2 points of attack power. It's also standing on forest terrain with a value of 1 point. Add those together, and your machine has 3 points of combat power. My machine is standing on grassland terrain with a value of 0 points. It's also not attacking, which means their attack points aren't in play. So my combat power is 0. This means your machine can do 3 points of damage. Go ahead and test it out. There you go. Now, choosing the right terrain doesn't just improve your offense. It can also help defend your machines from attack. Grab your other piece and place it in front of my second machine. Since your machine is attacking, it's using its 2 points of attack power. It's standing on grassland terrain. This terrain has a value of 0. This means your machine's combat power adds up to 2 points. My machine can't use their attack power since they're defending their position. But they have the higher ground. They're standing on forest terrain, which is worth 1 point. This means my combat power adds up to 1 point. Now, the front of my machine is colored blue. This means that the spot you're about to attack has armor protecting it, which means my machine gets an extra point, giving it a total of 2 combat power points. If we compare the combat power of both machines, you'll see that you won't be able to do any damage. Whenever you're unable to top an opponent's combat power, you can still choose to attack and break their machine's defenses instead. Go ahead, try it out and see what happens. Ha, see? When you break a machine's defenses, you can knock it backwards. Sure, both our machines will receive 1 point of damage, but knocking my machine off that terrain makes it more vulnerable to attacks. Not only that, if my machine had been blocked from moving backwards, it would have received an extra point of damage. And if my machine had been blocked by another one of my pieces, that machine would have received damage as well. That's why breaking a machine's defenses is a great way to deal damage to several pieces at once. Useful, right? Okay, now go ahead and end your turn. There's still one more thing I want to show you. All right, as we've seen, the higher the terrain, the more it'll add to your machine's combat power. However, there are 2 other terrains that work a little differently. This is what we call a chasm. Only flying machines can be placed on those. But it'll take away 2 combat points if you do, so be wary. This is marsh terrain. Landing on it will take away 1 combat power point from most machines. It'll also keep your machine from moving for the rest of the turn. Here, let me show you. Grab that machine on your left. See? All you can do now is wait for your next turn to move again. Or you can overcharge your machine to get out of there.
Oh, these are
You
all
can still attack
tutorials.
any nearby enemies so you're not completely helpless. Well, I think that's enough yammering from me for now. Promise it'll all come in handy next time you play. Here for more tips? Why don't I tell you a bit more about the pieces we used to play? In a normal game, you get to choose which machines you place on the board. Each one is worth a certain number of setup points, and you can spend up to 10 assembling your army. Knowing what each machine brings to the game and building an army that matches your strategy is the key to becoming a machine strike master. When assembling your army, there are a few things to keep in mind. First and foremost, you can never have more than 4 of the same machine on the board at the same time. With that in mind, most players would choose machines based on how far they can move or how much attack power they have. But a real strike player will be looking at a machine's type and skills. Let's take a quick look, shall we? Pick up that machine on your left. All right, let's talk about the different ways in which a machine attacks its opponents. In other words, its machine type. If you look at your notes, you'll see this machine here is a melee type. You can also tell by the shape of the base the piece stands on. A melee type machine attacks the first enemy within range, and no one else. We've seen this plenty of times, so just move that piece forward so I can show you some more stuff. Great, now grab your other machine. Looks like we've got ourselves a gunner type machine here. This means they'll only hit the farthest enemy in their
Now you
attack
gotta move it.
range.
She wants me to move it right there.
Let's move that machine forward and end your turn so we can take a look at the rest of the pieces. Let's go with this piece first. This is a ram-type machine. Attack an enemy with it, and it'll push the piece backwards. Like this. See, now my machine has taken over your machine's spot on the board. This is a great way to take the advantage away from your opponent if they have the higher ground. Looks like we have one more piece to look at. Now this is a beauty of a piece, a dash-type machine. When it attacks, it'll move to the end of its attack range and damage every machine in its path, including your own. So make sure you take a good look at the board before you send it off to the races. You should also make sure it's able to finish its attack on an empty spot. Otherwise, you won't be able to attack at all. Here, I'll show you. Look, it even rotated your piece. A nifty little piece you'll definitely want in your set. If you look at your notes, you'll notice this particular machine has one of the skills I mentioned before. There's quite a few of those, and we haven't even looked at all the machine types yet. But I'm pretty sure you've got more important things to do, so I made you a list. It's got all the tips and tricks we talked about, too. I think that about does it for now, so if you want to play a real game, just let me know.
Yeah, let's do this. Let's do one. All right.
Let's play. That's it for me. You're up, Red.
Nah, I don't want to do that.
In your bag of
Lucky me, you hit armor. Time to get serious. One less piece on the board. You got me. Fair and square.
I'm actually having fun doing this. Alright, let's look here. Melee.
Good luck.
It's a ram type. I'm gonna do that right there. Right there.
Okay, let's see. Your move, Red.
Alright. Oh, that's cool.
Time to make my move. Your turn.
Alright.
Ah, off the board it goes.
Oh, you got rid of that one.
Oh, that was the perfect spot. My turn. Well, that's done now.
Hmm.
Hey,
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna move
I
this
like
one.
that piece where it was.
Oh, you got rid of that one.
Time to make my move. knocked right off the board.
Oh, yeah. Ah, crap. Retry.
I'm up. Looks like you're down to one piece. Guess luck's not on your side today, Red. Let's do this! Okay, let's see. Board's all yours. Time to get serious. Your move, Red. That was brutal. My turn. That's it for me. Armor is your best friend in this game, I'm telling you. My turn. Yes! Board's all yours.
Got the hang of this now.
Board it goes. I got a tough fight ahead of me. Time to get serious. Your turn. Now that was a smart move.
Oh man, I'm enjoying this.
Oh, I thought I had that one.
I don't want to put that there.
Here we go. You're up, Red. Okay, let's see. Your turn. Time to make my move. That's it for me. I'm up. Well, that's done now. That was brutal. Knocked right off the board. Your move, Red. Okay, let's see. You're up, Red. That was a surprise. That's how you do it. One less piece on the board. That was brutal. Time to make my move. Board's all yours.
Damn. I got this. I'm gonna try again.
My turn. Oh,
Okay,
I
so I'm gonna
won!
put him right there.
Probably shouldn't sound so surprised, huh? This is gonna be fun. That's it for me. I'm up. Your turn.
Damn, he already took that one out.
Time to get serious. One less
Okay,
piece
hold
on
on.
the board. Board's all yours.
Got it.
Knocked right off the board. Off the board it goes. You're up, Red. Well, that's done now. Time to make my move. Well, that's done now. Your move, Red. That was brutal. My turn. You're up, Red.
Got it. All right.
Now that was a game, even if I lost.
All right, here we go. Oh, wait, what? Oh. Okay. Okay. Hmm. There we go. Melee.
Let's play.
Melee. Mm. 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 There. Here we go.
Your turn.
Even then said
I'm up. Board's all yours.
What?
Knocked right off the board. One less piece on the board. Your move, Red. Off the board it goes. Well, that's done now. Okay, let's see. That's it for me.
Oh shit. Alright.
Knocked right off the board. Your move, Red. Yikes! I better step up my game.
This one is a little bitty thing.
Time to get serious. One less piece on the board. That's it for me.
Alright.
Well, spark my forge. You have beaten me on every
I actually
one
like
of
this.
my boards.
That's actually pretty fun.
Now that deserves a prize, I say.
Alright.
I'll see you later, Aloy.
For the brewmaster.
How goes it, Hammerhead?
I met a beer I didn't love. I couldn't finish.
Round,
You call a few stupid
round.
Come on, you
What do you say?
fight like a
Wrong is that. So you said, I have it. Same time, same
Savior of
place.
Meridian.
You wanted to speak to me?
Well, you know better than anyone it's a dangerous world out there, and not just against machines. Name's O'Dirk. This here's my training pit. Best place to practice close combat this side of the Forbidden West. Say, I wonder who'd win in a fight. You, the Savior of Meridian, Champion of the East, or the Enduring, Master of the West.
Who?
The Enduring, a legendary Tenakth fighter, the Master of Masters. I've heard the Tenakth have training pits just like this one. It's how the warriors get so fierce, see? and only the very best from the pits get to train with the Enduring.
So, to find the Enduring, I should look for these training pits if I'm ever out that way?
You'll have to go far if you do. The Tenakth are split into 3 clans. 3 clans, 3 capitals, 3 training pits. My guess is you'd have to beat all of them if you want to train with the Enduring. If the Tenakth don't kill you on sight, that is. But that's a far spark in the wind. As for right now, I also offered challenges to test your fighting skill.
Who would I be fighting exactly? You?
Well, I know you're the savior and all, but you have to beat all the others first to challenge me. Rules are rules. We only use dual blades and practice arrows, mind. These drunken fools would run themselves through otherwise. You'll have to leave everything but your spear and practice arrows at the gate. But I'll look after your gear, not to worry.
Alright, melee
So,
pits
what
test
do you
your
say?
close quarter fighting
some
skills
training?
against other human opponents.
I might be.
That's what I like to hear.
Complete all challenges against other fighters to ultimately face the pit master. The pit also allows you to practice your melee skills and focus tutorial. Okay. Alright, we'll come back and do that another time.